4th and goal to go to the 2. 34 seconds left to go in the ball game. This is the play right now. Takes the snap. Targeted goes in. Targeted all alone. And the quarterback keeps. Wow, what a call. Nobody touched him.
Here is Jeff, the host of the Gridiron.
Put Micah McFadden on injury reserve. You got you have replace him on the roster with somebody. So it is a little interesting because we didn't maybe replace Micah, or they didn't maybe go out and get per se like a linebacker, because we're not chock full of off-ball linebackers unless some guy by the Abdul Carter maybe takes his place. Muasau did okay, but one of the things was it was almost like as soon as I think it was the second play, if I'm not mistaken, after McFadden got injured, right? I think it was the second play that Daniels went back, dropped back, threw a pass, and completed to Ertz, who was supposed to be covered by Muasau. So, going to be interesting to see. Very, very interesting to see. Now with Dak, okay, Dak's mobile, right? He's not Jayden Daniels though, right? But it also kind of just goes to show you, it's kind of like Jayden Daniels was running around like crazy against the Giants and didn't seem to do that against the Packers. It's like interesting. It is a copycat league though, so hopefully, right? I mean, because the defensive coordinator for Dallas, he's just like foaming at the mouth. He's like, I can't wait till we play him on Sunday, right? He's seen what, Quinn and company did, with their stunts and everything, just to get pressure on, in the backfield and all kinds of creating all kinds of havoc and all, It's like, hey, if that worked against the Giants, maybe we should try something like that, right? It's like, because if you see a team just, giving up 2 yards a carry, and you say, well, how did the Commanders do it? Oh, okay, they did it with this, they did it with that. Okay, well, we should maybe try something like that, right? It's like, well, that worked for the Commanders. I like that. And they held them to 2 yards a carry. Wow, that's good. Yeah, we ain't going to do any of that. That's not going to happen. So if that works, obviously, the Dallas, maybe obviously they had the way they, line up and rush to, and defend the run and all that stuff and everything. But, if they don't take a little page out of what the Commanders did against the Giants, they're just stone cold crazy. Right? Especially if we do not have Andrew Thomas in there. Right? Because we had a lot of pressure, some issues right up the middle. Now, Hudson, obviously, he had some issues over there, but a lot of the pressure was, up the middle, right? That one play down toward the goal line when they turned around and gave the ball to Scatterboo. He ran into Bo. Like, Bo was like about so. I was just like, he like ran Bo over. And then before you know it, he was getting tackled again. But it's like, how did Bo like wind up like he was like flying somehow? Isn't he supposed to go like forward? We had some issues. There was some definite issues there, without question. All right, but unfortunately, Mr. McFadden placed on IR. He will reportedly miss a significant part of the season. So if he's going on IR, he's got to miss at least 4 games anyway. But you're talking a significant amount of the season. You're talking, I'm sure, more than 4 games. At least there's a chance he can come back. It wasn't something really bad, because when you out there and you get an air cast put on you, that's not good. But thankfully, right, it's not the case. So But Giants linebacker Micah McFadden will undergo surgery on his foot, but is likely to return at some point this season. Okay. According to ESPN, NFL Network's first reported that the starting defender is set to miss a significant part of the season with his injury. McFadden sustained a foot injury in the Giants' Week 1 loss to the Commanders. Trainers placed an air cast on his right leg and carted him off the field after he made a tackle on Jayden Daniels, one of his 3 stops of the day. I mean, he made 3 stops, and that was kind of early on, too. I mean, it wasn't halfway through the third quarter or nothing like that. That was early on, so he was on pace for double-digit tackle. You know, Darius Muasau replaced McFadden in the lineup and projects to fill an expanded role while the latter recovers from surgery. Now, as I said, I'm going to be interested to see. We're going to talk a little bit more about this in just possibly up next about maybe the expanding role of some of these players that we have. Right now, once again, Dable said it's a long season, and it is. And you don't want to, obviously, because a lot of these guys obviously didn't play a lot in preseason. You want to try to ramp them up, I guess. But somewhere along the line, you're going to have to start letting these big boys play. And they play a lot. Okay, they play a lot. If you got to ramp them down during training, during the week, that's what you got to do. It's what you got to do. But if we need them to play, we need them to play now. Possibly going to be interesting to see. Do they put Micah McFadden, Abdul Carter in there for Micah McFadden? It's going to be interesting to see. Giants coach Brian Dable said Monday that McFadden initially thought he broke his legs. X-rays confirmed, however, that was not the case. Giants formally placed McFadden on injury reserve on Thursday, and in a corresponding move, claimed wide receiver and return man Xavier Gipson, who was recently waived by the Jets. Now, this is going to be it's a tough. It's a shame for McFadden, but this is going to also let us see what the Giants think of McFadden as well. Right? McFadden had been one of the top defenders on the Giants roster since his debut in 2022. There's no doubt about it. Now, is he a Hall of Famer? Is he an All-Pro? No. Is he a real good, tough, solid player? Yep, absolutely. Especially, the amount of tackles he gets and the amount of what his salary he's getting paid. Man, he's worth every penny of it. He made 7 starts as a rookie and 14 in each of the second and third years as a pro. The former 5th-round pick cracked the 100-tackle mark in each of the last 2 seasons and set career highs in tackles for loss 12 and sacks 3 in 2023 and 2024, respectively. The timing, though, of McFadden's injury is unfortunate, is that this is a contract year for the linebacker. The 25-year-old is in the final season of his rookie deal and will become an unrestricted free agent at the end of the campaign. He is set to earn $3.4 million this season. The Giants' first game without McFadden comes Sunday with a divisional rivalry matchup against the Cowboys. So this is going to be, somebody without question is going to go, go after him, whether it's the Giants or not. Now, because we got to think, right? Next season would be Okarake's last season with the Giants, right? It's going to be interesting to see what the Giants do. Do they want to bring McFadden back, or try to go out and try to hopefully bring him back, right? The shame of it is that for McFadden, he was kind of hoping to go out on top, meaning healthy, maybe a third consecutive 100 tackle season. That doesn't, because he gets 100 tackles, he's not making $20 million a season. But if you can make a 100 tackles for 3 straight seasons, somebody's going to pay him something. A lot more than his rookie deal is. So this was a huge loss for him. But if he can come back, okay, and finish with maybe a flurry toward the end of the season, right? That's going to help them regardless. I said, but it's going to be. I said with Flott, because Flott played almost. I think Banks was only on the field for 11 or 12 plays against the Commanders. He was not on the field much at all. Okay, so we got Belton, we got McFadden, and we got Flott on that defense. Those are from the 2022 draft class. Interesting to see with Shane and company if they're around here next year. Guess I want to throw that in there. See what they think about him. They try to bring those guys back or not. But I mean, this is true sadly for McFadden. Muasau is his second season in the system and all of that. And he loves playing football and he loves to fly around and all that, but he's not quite McFadden. McFadden's a little bit different. So the tough loss, just once again, New York Giants luck is what it is. But hopefully he'll be back before the season's over.